Ladies and gentlemen, we have just heard some difficult news, Vaughan. Difficult. And for a lot of people out there in the crowd wearing a bit of yellow merchandise or rocking a stubby holder, they are going to be incredibly disappointed. But we have an announcement to make.
Oh, well, if you're a Queenslander and you support a certain yellow hydroplane, unfortunately it is all over for GP3 and Troy Marlin driving Warlord for the weekend.
Warlord is withdrawn from the EC Griffith Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, we've go racing in Formula Future while we prepare for the next round of our big bangers. This won't be too far away. Beautiful start out wide again from this young gun from up north in this little white boat as he rolls around to turn number one. Couple of Formula Future heats to go while we get ourselves in preparation for heat number one, I think it is, of the EC Griffith Cup. These kids have absolutely loved being part of this this big crowd and big event and fill an important role. So Lil Nutz, Andrew Cameron sitting out there in second place right now as they drive into the sun. Levi Witten, Lil Untidy is sitting into third. The man out in front, I think, is Spitfire. I think that's Jack Williamson. It's a bit hard from this angle in the sun, so it's starting to get a little bit blind. So we got Jack Williamson, Xtreme, Jacob Clark, Perseverance, JD Land, and I'm looking for Candice Rainbow. Yeah, I think she's out there in Pickles. So we've got all 6 boats on the water.
He got off to a really good start here. He's got a good 100 metres over the second place runner at the moment.
Certainly has, so Andy Cameron, but I think that is Jack Williamson. So Spitfire in 1, Andrew Cameron in 2, 3 is Xtreme, Jacob Clark. A little bit further back, this is JD Lance. A nice run from JD, Perseverance. So very, very nice to see him out there rolling through. And here is the beautiful Candice Rainbow, the 12-year-old in Pickles. So they had that drama with that engine earlier, saw her stop, and they didn't make race number 2. So great to see Candice out there cutting some laps on this big Yarrawonga track, mate.
Yeah, it is a huge track for these little boats, but the guy out in front is doing an exceptional job. That's a really well-balanced boat out there. It's behaving itself nicely. Just got the nose of the boat out of the water. It's not jumping around or porpoising. Let's see what happens during the turns here.
Yeah, it's an interesting design of hull, this thing. So the little wing boats tend to be a more modern style of boat, but this boat, built to its own formula, it's said when it gets a little bit rough, it can get very nosy, so they struggle to keep the nose of the boat in the water, but in conditions like this, it just the way it sits there, balanced, is beautiful. The hands working on the wheel, just minor adjustments you can see there as they come past the commentary box, and that's to balance the boat left and right, to stop the chine walk. So as the boat rolls to the right, you actually turn into it slightly, and that brings the boat back up again, it's a real skill to master this. And some of these guys, you see Levi Witten adjusting the helmet as he goes through this tiny young charger and Lil Untidy in number 3. And he's been followed pretty hard by Jacob Clark in Xtreme in the orange and blue machine.
Yeah, JC having a good run here down in 4th position at the moment. And then we go back to our... Oh, Pickles gets right out of the water there as she runs over the wash.
She's not scared, Candice.
Ball.
This is the new boat. I said she stepped out of a little boat and into this boat. So just starting to come to terms with it a little bit, but getting a little bit of air in front of the crowd. So she'll be loving that yellow flag flying. So next time round, we're going to see the checkered for our race leader, Jack Williamson in Spitfire.
Doing a great job is Jack Williamson as he rounds the final corner and puts his head up. He will see a checkered flag very, very shortly, but he's got this one in the bag, barring a mechanical issue, and he's closing in on the checkered flag now. So your winner in Spitfire goes to Jack Williamson.
Big round of applause for Jack. So he did it well, didn't pick up the start. Sorry, we were a little bit busy up here in the commentary box, but that is a very, very nice drive as he brings it straight back into pit lane. 2nd place, and he's having a cracking weekend. Come a long way as this guy. They've really found some boat speed. Is Andrew Cameron in a Little Nutz. 3rd across the line is going to be Levi Witten in a Lil Untidy and right up behind him. So good drive from Jacob Clark in the Xtreme machine.
We have 2 more to come across the line. Pickles will be rounding out the field. It's so hard to see out there into the glare.
Yes, it's that afternoon sun has really copping it here in the commentary box. Perseverance, JD Land is home. One of our provisional drivers, another big leap out of the water. And she's home for a checkered flag finish. How good is it to see Candice Rainbow, ladies and gentlemen? Give her a huge round of applause
She's
as
back.
she gets it home. The 12-year-old superstar from Bacchus Marsh. Thanks to Nana Pop, Rainbow, Uncle Brett and Artie Crystal for getting her here this weekend.